I didn't want to do this video yesterday because it would have been a sensitive thing to talk about on the day of September the 11th. I just don't. I think September the 11th didn't just affect America in its way. I think it affected the whole world. Like when I was a kid growing up, in this world, I was like, I think I was 10 or 11 years old. I think probably 9. I don't know. Um, woke up in the morning, ready to go to school. Seen two towers on fire. And they said America was attacked. And when I watched that, man, it was always on. It was like nothing, like everything. Like when I was meant to wake up, right, for school, it happened during the school time. Um, Woke up to watch one of my Cheese TV. That was a kid show for morning, like a morning kid show, where it shows you all like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and all that stuff. And it was on Channel 10, and Channel 10, it was just all on Channel 10, Channel 9, Channel 7. It practically took over television. And my mum didn't let me go to school for no, not 4 days. My mum didn't let me go to school for two days because the world was just in fear of all these things happening in the world. Like during 9/11, it was like a really terrible day. That was really terrible, really terrible. Um, the things I still remember from that day, watching the news and stuff like that. I was not there. I was not there looking at the towers and stuff like that. But all I can remember very vividly is the fire engines, the alarms from the World Trade Center, and the fire engine sound, the police sirens and stuff like that, and the paramedic sirens. All you can hear is just that siren, siren, siren. Like it sticks with my head all the time. It was pretty bad, pretty terrible. Um, they even I even seen when a person fell out of the building. I'd not fell out, jumped out of the building. It kind of like changed my outlook of life now. When I remember that day, it was like pretty devastating. It was a tragic day, very tragic. 3,000 people died that day. I should say souls, poor souls, especially the ones that were stuck in the building. They can't even get down. Like that, I just imagine what they were feeling. Like, no one's not going to help them and stuff like that. They would have felt helpless. Like, and And the thing is, right, like, the people who were jumping, right, they would have made like a choice, like, oh, get burned alive or jump. It was a terrible day. We practically see a lot. We seen practically a lot when it came on the news in our country, Australia. And I kind of remember a lot of during September the 12th and September the 13th. I was looking in the sky, like looking up in the sky when I was a kid, and I noticed there were no planes. No planes. There were no planes in the sky. And it just shows you it just didn't affect um, just America. It affected the world. It affected the world in a big way. Like, and I think it still sticks to this day. Like, it's one of the most tragic days in human history. And I can say the same for the Boxing Day tsunami. The tsunami had happened before Christmas. I think after Christmas or yeah, I'm like the Boxing Day tsunami, the 2005 or 2004. That really affected the world. That like 9/11, right? That really sticks with my head all the time. Very tragic. Very tragic. As a kid, when I was watching it as a kid, when I was watching it on the news, I actually cried. And I can remember some little details, like my mum have to remove me from the television and put me upstairs because just to play my PlayStation, to kind of like to forget what's happening and all that stuff. And practically every time I'm going downstairs to watch television or watch a kids show or something like that, it was just on. It affected the world in a big way. It did. It affected the world a big way. It just didn't affect just America. It affected the whole world. It affected the whole world. The whole world. This is where a lot of people seem to forget when a big, massive event happens like that, like a big tragic day event like that happens. It just doesn't just affect there. It affects everywhere. It affects everywhere. It affects the whole world. It does. It affected me when I was a kid. It does. I'd just like to do a little minute silence just for the people who died on that day. well, I hope you enjoy this video. Oh, not enjoy it, like, I hope you like this video, subscribe, like and subscribe and stuff like that. This is practically a very sad video for me to actually do, because I'm not really a big fan of death, man. I'm not a big fan of people dying and tragic things like that, man. It makes me sad. It makes my heart ache. I hope you enjoy this. Not enjoy, just like, subscribe, whatever you do. You can do whatever you want. Mash. Trying to put this in words. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the video. Like, say goodbye and God bless.